in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp. Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. Over the middle, he's got Myers. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Looking to throw. O'Connell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, this is Madison. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This for a fourth quarter lead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. O'Connell. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot put forward. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Sheds off the tackle. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Allen will try again on second down. They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And again, it's Allen.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to
the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Throwing on 1st down, O'Connell.
Flush to his right.
Open man down the field, it's Bowers.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver, find the nearest one, and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's Madison running on 1st down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. Happen. A loss resulted.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Cook. There he goes left side. How about this? And down to the 7-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Hey, yeah, fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black slap. What do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, breakdown.
Backstage is where you can lay waste to your opponent in a hurry.
They must have lost their minds.
Everyone in the back needs to stay away from the oncoming devastation.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof. Kick to the abdomen.
Taking this fight onto that equipment pile.
A lot of that equipment looks like it'll hurt.
Answering back. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Headbutt. Cha-ching. Step up enziguri.
And
oh! What a lariat. Power bomb. Bam! Down he goes. That hit connects from Roman Reigns.